A group of Boer commandos in the Second Boer War. Seated are Jan Smuts and Manje Maritz. After the war, Smuts moved on and slowly softened his racist views. Maritz doubled down on them, led a white supremacist uprising in 1914, and later became an ardent supporter of Nazism, 1901 of Boer commandos. A samurai with longbow, from Satsuma Domain. Japan, 1860. In 1911, Russian peasants drank tea. A German soldier lighting his comrade's cigarette with a flamethrower. 1940. In 1926, Mars was observed. In June 1942, Japan's control reached an all-time high before it began to decline and eventually lost the war, leaving only the original 4 islands. The passenger cabin of commercial aircraft in 1930. In 1987, MJ visited Hong Kong. A barber at the Hotel de Gink, a hotel for hobos and itinerant workers located at Center and Worth Streets, the Bowery, New York City. 1910 to 1915. A German guard in the citadel of Kiev Fortress, September 20, 1941. A gold, sapphire scaraboid or impression seal to legalize documents is from around 575 BC. A military approach to the concept of equality. Everyone is equal before the cannonballs, Napoleon Bonaparte. An SBD-5 Dauntless of Bombing Squadron 16 lands on the USS Lexington after a mission over the Marshalls and Gilbert Islands. November 1943. Cashiers at the Piggly Wiggly Continental, Encino, California, 1962. Cast and set design for We Will Never Die, performed before an audience of 40,000 at Madison Square Garden in New York City on March 9, 1943, to draw public attention to the mass murder of European Jews under German occupation. Chinese child soldiers marching to fight against Operation Ichigo, Yunnan Province, 1944. Russian tanks on the streets of Prague in 1968. Coal miner's child in grade school. La Junior, Harlan County, Kentucky, 1946. General William T. Sherman on horseback at fortifications near Atlanta in 1864. Photo by George N. Barnard, Library of Congress. European MPs meeting Jonas Savimbi, Angolan anti-communist fighter, known for leading groups against the MPLA during the Civil War. Grand Central Station, New York, 1941. Helmets used by various European nations in various age. Imagine living in an enchanting society where even the drainpipes are crafted with such exquisite beauty that they become works of art, seamlessly blending functionality with breathtaking aesthetics. Joe Walsh and his band The Measles performing at Kent State in 1966. One of the most renowned British legends is the tale of King Arthur and the sword in the stone. As the story goes, only the true King of England could extract the sword from the stone. Interestingly, a lesser-known but similar story can be found in Tuscany, Italy, and some even speculate that it may have inspired the British legend. This is the tale of the sword in the stone of San Galgano. San Galgano is notable for being the first saint to undergo a formal canonization process by the Church. Consequently, much of San Galgano's life is documented through the records of this canonization process, which took place in 1185, not long after his death. P-40 Warhawks of 80th Fighter Group in the CBI Miss Francis III. Nagagali AB Assam, India, May 1944. Philadelphia Eagles QB Norm, the Dutchman, Van Brocklin calling signals before taking the snap from Chuck, Concrete Charlie, Bednarik during a December 1960 game versus Pittsburgh Steelers at Forbes Field. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The Stone Turtle of Karakoram, Mongolia. Two bald eagles rescued from Exxon Valdez oil spill in Alaska. 1989. Yuzov Boeing B-17 crewmen wearing RAF goggles with sun visors pose with their high-altitude gear at Polbrook, 1942. Painted wooden statue of a woman carrying offerings, Central Kingdom, Egypt, 12th Dynasty, 1963 to 1862 BC. One of the Sonderkommando photographs women on their way to the gas chamber, Auschwitz II, August 1944. On June 11, 1962, 3 Alcatraz inmates left homemade dummy heads in their beds to fool the guards before launching a daring escape from the infamous island prison, never to be seen again. Though the prison officially claimed that the 3 men drowned and that no inmate ever successfully escaped, San Francisco police got a letter in 2013 purportedly from one of the escapees, suggesting that they'd lived free all those years. U.S. Army staffers with some of the evidence of the Holocaust that they've collected for the prosecution during the Nuremberg trials, c. 1946. Archaeologists have discovered 2,000-year-old spiked Roman military sandals near a Roman auxiliary camp in Germany.